guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey. Thank you so much for joining me today, and welcome to day 9 of Vlogmas. Today I'm going to be continuing with my declutter theme, and I am going to be decluttering all of my face base products. So this is going to include primers, foundations, concealers, powders, anything that just kind of leads to like the base of your face makeup. So let's jump in. Also, if you haven't seen my first day of declutter, I will link that above. I decluttered all of my eyeshadows and I got rid of quite a few, but I mean, I still kept so many. But for now, let's jump into the face base products. So these are all of the products I'm looking to declutter. Now, I thought there wasn't gonna be a ton in here, but maybe there's quite a few. I am going to be going with a 3-pile system, so I'm going to have 1 pile for stuff I'm definitely keeping, 1 pile up top for like stuff I'm kind of like indifferent about, and then 1 pile that I'm definitely getting rid of. Actually, let's try and pull together the primers. So this first primer is actually a small little sample size from Smashbox. It's the Photo Finish Radiance Primer, and I got this in an Ipsy a while ago. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I ended up liking it, and I really wish I would have pulled this out during summer because I feel like it would have been a better product in summertime. I'm gonna keep this. This is something I have not even jumped into yet, but it's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Finish Setting Spray and the, what is this product called? Photo Focus Matte Face Primer. So it was like a duo. It was actually buy one, get one free at Walgreens a while ago, and I really do enjoy these products, but I was kind of waiting until I finished up some of the other stuff I had on hand, but I'm definitely keeping these. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer, and this is another luminizer primer that I didn't think I was gonna like because I have oily skin, so I didn't think I was gonna like luminizing things, but I actually do really like this, especially with like a mattifying foundation. It just adds a really nice base to your skin, so I'm definitely keeping this. I think I'm keeping all of my primers because I like all of my primers. This next one is the Cover FX Blurring Primer, and I love this primer. This is like my go-to primer if I'm doing like a really easy makeup look, like if I'm just doing like some powder, concealer kind of thing. It just lends itself really well to that with my skin type. And then the last one is the Bare Minerals Prime Time Foundation Primer, or Original Foundation Primer. I love this. I've had this multiple times. I got this last year for Christmas, and it's getting near the bottom here, but this is a great everyday foundation primer. Kind of does a little bit of everything, does a little bit of pore minimizing, a tiny bit of like mattifying, but just really provides a great base to your makeup. So again, I'm keeping this. Not getting rid of any products so far. Let's do like setting sprays real quick. Let's start with this one. This is the Heritage Store Rose Petals Rose Water. They don't even like market this as like a toner or anything. It's just a rose water that happens to have like a spritzer on it. I've had this for a really long time, and I honestly haven't gone to use it recently at all, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this. This one, on the other hand, is quite nice. This is the Trader Joe's Rose Water Facial Toner, and this is definitely more of like a toner than like a facial setting spray by any means. But I do enjoy using this as like a face setting spray and a toner, but I'm keeping this one. This one is a favorite. This is the Smashbox Photo Focus Serene Greens Priming Water. This is one of those products that I thought no way that this was gonna be worth it. I think this is like $38, and I was like, a priming water for $38, there's no way I would ever think that's worth it. But I got it in my BoxyCharm Luxe box back in September, and this has been like a game-changing product. I love this so much. Beautiful as a primer, beautiful as a setting spray. I'm definitely gonna be sad when I run out of it, and I don't know if I'll repurchase it, but it's beautiful. The next one is from Cover FX, and it's the Illuminating Setting Spray. Oh, hi Charlie. Charlie, skedaddle. Get out of here. No? Okay. This is the Illuminating Setting Spray. Again, an illuminating product that I did not think I was gonna like. But this is an interesting product. It actually has like a little shaker bead in it because it has a bunch of shimmer in it that kind of like helps it get distributed throughout the product. But this is beautiful. I really enjoy this with like a matte foundation. It looks really great. Now let's go to foundations. Here's where we're gonna start thinning out some products. First up here, this is the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse Foundation, and I have this in the shade Classic Ivory. This is like a mousse foundation. I honestly have not touched this in over a year. I had set this aside maybe about 6 months ago. I was like, I want to try and use this, and I never did. So I'm gonna get rid of this. It was okay. It just, this color of this was really off. It's like really orangey. It doesn't look very orange on camera, but like it's really orange and like almost kind of pinky too. It's just not a good fit for my skin tone. This is a favorite. This is the Bare Minerals Matte Foundation. This is just a classic. Like, I love this foundation. I've purchased this so many times. This is in the shade Fairly Light 03. Definitely keeping this. It's a must in my collection. Another Bare Minerals foundation I have right now is the Blemish Remedy Foundation, and this is the second time I've had this one as well. This one I have in the shade Clearly Porcelain 01, which makes me believe this is the lightest shade. I don't really remember. The last shade I had in this was a little bit darker, but this is, I just recently got this. I actually got this at Michael's recently, and it was like $6.99, and I just couldn't pass it up. And I've been totally loving it, and I've actually been really enjoying the shade. This is the number 7 Beautifully Matte Foundation, and this is in the shade, the sticker is gone, but I want to say it was in the shade Cool Ivory, which is one of the lighter shades, lightest shades maybe. This is really nice, but the color is definitely not right for me. It's a little bit dark, a little bit pink. But I really like the finish of this. I like it mixed in with another foundation, so I'm going to set this aside for right now, kind of think about it while we finish going through the rest of the products. Then I have 2 of the, oops, sorry Trolley, she didn't even move. She's, ow, and she's attacking me. She's such a jerk. I have 2 of the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. I love this. I got this one like back in May, maybe? April or May, I don't remember, but I love it, and it was getting really, really low, and so before I went to California a few weeks ago, I did pick up another one. I had a coupon at Ulta, and so I was like, you know what, it's a great opportunity to get this. I don't want to run out of this while I'm in California, so I took this one to California, and then over the last like few weeks, I've been kind of using up this last tube, so I'm definitely keeping both of these. This one is so close to being done. This is the Pacifica Ultra CC Cream Radiant Foundation, and it's in the shade Warm Light, which I thought would be a good match for me. I haven't tried much of Pacifica's products, and this is, oh geez, I haven't used it in a while, so it's a little crusty looking. But this is like really dark for my skin. It's a light shade. Maybe I needed like the ivory shade. I don't even know if they had that, or like the fair shade, but it really didn't even add much coverage when I used it a few times, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Last foundation. This is newer to me. It's the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation, and I love this. I have it in the shade Light Beige, which I believe is the lightest shade you can get at Ulta, but I'm a huge fan of this foundation. It looks beautiful on the skin. It is more on the like satin matte side, so this is one of the ones I really like to use with like those illuminating primers and like setting sprays and stuff. This is beautiful. I have so many concealers. I didn't think I had this many concealers. Concealers are one of those products to me that like, I feel like I can't ever find like the perfect one, or like there's always something that's like wrong with it, or I wish it did something a little differently. And so I feel like I'm always trying new concealers. So if you have a favorite concealer, let me know, because I'm interested. This is the Bare Minerals concealer. It's like a loose powder concealer, and I have it in the shade Summer Bisque. And it's too dark for me. I'm gonna get rid of this. I've kind of held on to it for a little while, and I think in my last declutter I even was like, okay, I need to use this, and if I don't, it just needs to go. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I have two of the NYX Gotcha Covered concealers, and these are beautiful. I love these concealers. I have one in the shade Light and one in the shade Fair. The light shade is more like my skin tone, where the fair shade is more for like highlighting or using it under the eyes. So I do like both of these colors. I do use both of these colors. And it's a beautiful concealer. Like I said, it is quite dewy, but it is so full coverage. So if you're looking for a full coverage concealer that doesn't look cakey or like make your skin look dry, this would be a great one to try. This is an e.l.f. concealer. I don't even remember what this is called. It doesn't say what it's called, but I want to say this was like $3, and it's in the shade Fair. And this is quite dark for my skin, and so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I've been kind of sitting on it for a while, wanting to use it, but it's just not the right color for me. Another concealer that I have two shades of, this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD Concealer, and I really like this one as well. So I have one in the shade Porcelain and one in the shade Light Ivory. And again, the light ivory color, which is this one, is kind of more of like my skin color, and then the porcelain one is more so like a highlighting shade. I can actually get away with using the porcelain one kind of like all over as well. The light ivory is a little bit dark, especially right now at this season where I'm really have like no tan left at all, but I do really enjoy these concealers, and I want to say they're like $4 or so. I really like them. They don't have a ton of coverage, but they just look really nice on the skin. A newer concealer I've been trying recently, this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer, and this is really nice. I have it in the shade C2. I like this in small doses. I don't like to overuse this product. Like if I put too much on, it just looks really terrible, I feel like. And so I like this just in like small little bits, but a little does seem to go a long way. So I've been liking this recently. This is the Milani Retouch and Erase Concealer. Oh, highlighting, light lifting concealer, geez. I haven't used this in a little while. It's been underneath my vanity. I've been working on some other stuff, but I do remember really liking this concealer, so I'm gonna keep this. Another favorite concealer, this is the Glossier Stretch Concealer, and I have it in the shade Light. This concealer is beautiful. I'm getting kind of low on it. Definitely hit major pot and there in the middle, and I love this concealer. It looks like your skin. It looks beautiful. I love it, so keeping it for sure. All right, all we have left is powders. You know what? I have one other powder. I keep it in my purse or like in my makeup bag all the time. It's the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I've had it for literally years. I probably need to get rid of that soon. I like to keep it on me just in case if I start to get really oily throughout the day, and I keep it with a little brush, but so I'll keep that for right now. And then this is another new one I've been trying recently. This is the e.l.f. HD powder, and it's in the sheer formula. This is really, really nice. I do enjoy the sifter on this as well. It's like it opens and closes, which is really great for travel. I really appreciate that. I remember back in the day when Bare Minerals didn't even have that, where it was just like always open with their loose powders, and so I definitely appreciate that. But this is really nice. It looks really great on the skin. I don't wear it every day, but quite a few times a week. This is one that I have been wearing every day. This is the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, and I love this. It looks so good on the skin. I talked about it in a recent video. I said that I like to use it under the eyes, but because I am so pale, I can kind of use this like all over as a setting powder, and so I really like this. It looks great on the skin. This is the LA Girl Pro Face HD Pressed Powder. This is pretty nice. I have it in the shade Creamy Natural, which I believe is too dark for my skin. I use this as like a touch-up powder, so like I just used it just now before I started filming because I was very oily because it is like 8 o'clock at night. And so I use it to touch up. It is nice for that. Since this isn't like my color, I honestly haven't used this as like a normal powder throughout the day much. I remember when I first got it, I tried it once and I was like, ah, this is too dark. But what I have used of this, I do like it, and I do like it for what I use it for right now, if that makes sense. So I'm keeping this. This is the Glossier Wowder Powder. This is probably my favorite like loose setting powder for an everyday basis. It's so pretty. I have it in the shade Light Medium, and it's really easy to use. It's great. It looks so good on the skin. I love it. I've had this for quite a while too, like since February maybe, and I still have like half of the powder left, so I feel like this was a pretty good deal. So I didn't get rid of nearly as much stuff as I thought. For some reason I thought I had like a lot of face products to get rid of. Maybe that's more so like face color things, like blushes, bronzers, that kind of thing. So this is the pile of stuff I am keeping, which is pretty much almost everything. This was the one thing that I was thinking about, but I think I'm gonna get rid of this just because it is like not a good color for me. I think I'm just gonna pass it along. So then that makes the getting rid of pile, which is only 6 things, but I don't wanna get rid of things just to get rid of things. I don't wanna like get rid of things I like or things I will use, just things I don't use. So that was the declutter today. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, like I said, there will be more declutter videos coming in the next like 2 weeks or so. I'm gonna be decluttering brushes, lip products, eye products, besides eyeshadows, and then like bronzers, blush, highlight, all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. I would love to have you around. And until next time, bye guys.